vou para a minha entrevista nacional. A entrevista nacional de hoje é com Anne Zamba. Ela nasceu em Londres, é budista há mais de 40 anos, estudou com Dalai Lama, já meditou nas montanhas e cavernas do Himalaia por mais de uma década, trabalhou com Madre Teresa de Calcutá, no Camboja, no Vietnã. Ela veio a Teresina para uma palestra sobre inteligência emocional e é claro que nós conversamos com ela. Veja que entrevista é incrível. Entrevista com a Anne lá, a gente vai conversar com ela. Bom, você é inglesa e em 1968 você foi para a Índia para praticar meditação com alguns dos principais mestres da meditação do século XX, incluindo o Dalai Lama, que deve ter sido um privilégio, eu imagino. Queria que você contasse um pouco para a gente dessa época.
Before I came to Buddhism, I went through many different spiritual traditions. I didn't come directly to Buddhism. I was trying to make sense of my own confusion. I was very confused at that time. I'd been in hospital, I'd been totally paralyzed for many years, and I was just finding my body again. I was just learning how to walk. I was learning how to live again.
Aos 13 anos, você esteve entre a vida e a morte. Você chegou ao budismo, segundo você mesmo nos diz, após ficar doente. E nesse encontro com o budismo, você prometeu que ajudaria outras pessoas caso ficasse curada. O que aconteceu em relação a essa doença? O que você tinha exatamente?
It was a disease called polyneuritis, which attacks the nervous system. It's a virus that attacks the nervous system. And so then it leaves you completely paralyzed. You can't move one finger, you can't eat, you can't digest. You have tubes going in and tubes going out. Yeah, so you're dead. You're physically dead. Yeah, you can put a cigarette on your hand, you don't feel anything. But inside the pain is incredible. Yeah, so it took me three years before I could begin to move again. So then when I recovered, I didn't know anything about Buddhism at that time. But when I was very ill, I wanted to commit suicide. There was no reason for me to continue. But a friend of mine came to see me and she said, you know, think of something positive to do with your life. And I said, positive, you're joking. You know, what can I do? I can't do anything. Yes, I can't do anything. So she said, think of something positive. You never know what can happen. So then I said to myself, not believing, I said, if I recover from this disease, I'll give my life to helping other beings. So then when I began to recover, I had to keep that promise that I made. Yeah, I couldn't even help myself. How could I help anybody else? So then the search began to find something in my life that made sense of the confusion. Yeah, so then I went overland from England. I went to live in the Middle East, and then from the Middle East, I then went overland through Turkey, through Iran, Afghanistan, Pakistan, until I got to India.
Quanto tempo você ficou doente?
3 years. 3 years, completely paralyzed. Yes, if I wanted to turn over in the bed, I had to wait for somebody to turn me from one side to the other.
Quando você ficou boa, você tinha quantos anos?
When I got sick, I was 13 and a half, and when I got better, I was 16 and a half.
Como é tornar-se budista?
It means you change the way you see life, because Buddhism is about our perception. It's about how the mind works. Yes, so then you don't look outside for the answers to happiness and well-being. You look inside at your own mental processes, the source of your own experience. The source of experience. How your experience is created by your own mental processes.
Foi o budismo que curou você?
No, because I didn't know Buddhism when I was ill. I didn't know anything about Buddhism when I lived in England. Buddhism cured my confusion, or is curing my confusion. And the confusion is really why we have all the ups and downs in our life. Because we don't understand, we don't recognize our own essential nature.
O século XXI fez as pessoas ficarem mais confusas. Nós temos muita distração, muitos desafios, a internet, os estímulos, está tudo muito propício à confusão. Então, o século XXI é um século de confusão, ou da confusão. Queria que ela falasse sobre isso.
I can't say that it's more confusion, but it's, definitely very dense, this confusion. Because we don't know where to find the answers. We're running after things that can never bring the answers to what we're looking for. Yeah, you just, you run after anything that looks good, believing that that's the cause of happiness. And then you end up with more and more dissatisfaction, more and more stress, more and more suffering. Because you see, whatever you run after, it's never enough. There's always something else, something else, something. Yeah, so then the feeling is there's always something missing in your life.
Como preencher isso?
Yeah, you have to first of all find out where you can find the answer to what you're looking for, which is this state of contentment and well-being. Yeah, if you run after something that is changing in your life, if you run after anything that is changing, then that good feeling will only last as long as the conditions last. Yeah, so you have to find something that's not changing. Well, you have to understand, first of all, you have to understand that everything that you're running after now is changing. All right, so then you know you can't depend on those things. You can play with those things, but you can't depend, because they can never bring you that genuine happiness that you're looking for. When I say genuine, I mean happiness that doesn't change when the conditions change. It's a state of well-being that doesn't depend on conditions. So then you have to look at all these things that you depend on now, and then slowly you begin to see there's only, the only thing that doesn't change is your own essential nature.
A meditação ensinou muito a você. Como foi a sua experiência de meditação nas cavernas do Himalaia? Você passou mais